Hey. Hey, family. I just wanted to um, make a little short video to let you know that I really am on a mission to educate on the importance of preparedness. And after the Unmuted Legacy event that I just hosted, it really kind of hit home on what people understood to be ready and prepared for certain things, and there are a lot of folks who are not. Recently, I rejoined, it's been maybe about 4 months ago. I had called a friend because I knew he was involved with the legal shield services, and I was referring him to somebody else actually, not really paying attention to where, you know what, hey, I could use this service too. Although, sometimes you think you have your ducks in a row and you do, but you're like, okay, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. But in the event of, okay, should I need to consult? Especially after I had to do a deed of distribution to transfer the house, and I ended up paying $350. I had consulted a family lawyer, and I was told that they did not handle that. So they did refer me. And then I was like, darn, I already had the service. I had it like about 3 weeks, but I didn't take advantage of it. But I really didn't dive into it until I dove into it. And so I went ahead and became an associate. A friend of mine, he needed the service. He got the answers like within a day. Um, and then also a few people who I know, oh yeah, I got to get my will done. Yeah, I need to get this thing in a trust. And they do offer like minimal, amount fees for a lot of things. And there are some things that, you kind of can do yourself. But they also, are there to do like so many notaries for free. I think it's like 4 a year under some plans. To assist with traffic tickets. And I had another friend, like I said, that was just going through something, and then they ended up getting the service, and they ended up fighting a ticket when they decided that they wanted to fight for it, and they did win the case. But one of the things that I do want to share is that I'm not going to push anything that I have not tried myself. And I'm so glad I did get pulled back into it unexpectedly. Years ago, my friend Quadri Drakeford had turned me on to it, but I was so busy making a living, I wasn't really forecasting where the legacy part came in. But I seen his whole life change through mentorship under Darnell Self and Mike Humes, to where it's like he walked out of the hotel one day, a boy, and then when he stepped back in, he was a man, and he said, it's time for me to quit. Okay, I got something bigger and better on the horizon. So, I'm like, okay, you got it. But I didn't understand how important the service was. Two of the gentlemen, as I said before, you may have heard me tell the story where I remember going to the DMV area and having dinner with them. Back in the day when they were just getting started and looking miserable, because they were working their regular 9 to 5, which was, probably more than that, 60 hours a week in retail, and then also as a mailman. But I also had consulted with my dear little adopted brother, Abdullah Sanders. I remember one time he came up to the DMV area meeting another friend, and we all had met with these guys and had dinner. They were like, no, Abdul didn't eat it, but, these boys, they was eating chitlins and pig feet. But anyways, just keeping it real. And they talk about it now when you hear them give like different kind of coaching and seminar events. They talk about, yeah, I still do the swine. I still like the pig. But anyways, and Abdullah was an advocate. He said, you know what, my sister, he said, it's a good thing for you to get in, maybe a good fit. So I'm not going to push anything other than I know you probably could use it. Check it out. I had to really go hard with this lady who was my deputy probate judge. Never could get in touch with her, never could answer a phone with her. So I had to, put on the suit and go down there sometimes to the county square to let them know, no, I ain't no punk. If I got to, I'll go to the judge, or either I get my attorney assigned to go to the judge to get some stuff done, because a lot was delayed because of her lack of follow up. And see, you don't have to go through stuff like that. You'd have an advocate to do so. Recently, I know one of my dad's caregivers, she's going through a lot right now, just trying to get some stuff done. Um, Lost her granddaughter unexpectedly. Nobody knew where nothing was. She didn't have anything. I asked her personally recently. I said, "Well, what's going on with you?" Oh, well, I think I let my insurance lapse, and I said, "Okay, this isn't a learning lesson. Losing your granddaughter unexpectedly, and then now, you're going to put your family in the same bind." So these are things that I'm trying to coach and encourage, and also get involved and help to work one on one with a few people, even a couple of cousins as well. But I talk about my cousin Dashawn, Reverend Curitan, as well as Al Houston, Reverend Houston, who are always giving so much of themselves to a lot of people that, they try to play hard when they do play hard, but it can really just exhaust you if the message isn't coming across. Just because you're older doesn't mean that you're wiser on some things. So, always be prepared to keep learning. I mean, my father always said that, just keep learning. You keep living, you keep learning. But anyway, please look at the plans. I would love to bring you under my membership, guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call me. Plans start as low as $29.95 a month, and $37.95 for a family with kids under the age of 21. And then you have $49.95 as a premium service, which offers more. You have business plans as well, but it's worth looking into. And definitely, use the protection. I always say give something 90 days, 90 days. You're going to spend more than that, buying some shoes or buying groceries or buying gas, which is very important, for your survival as far as, what do I need the most? And look at it as an investment into your future and get stuff done. Utilize the service. That's what I tell everybody. Use it, because the ones that I know, including myself, that have used it, it's come in handy, and you can save yourself a whole lot of money. Little minor questions and things such as that you, I wonder, use it. That's what they're there for. And they put someone on pretty much on retainer. Some of the things that were covered in conference were, oh, well, I'm having a problem with them getting back with me. Well, they got parameters in place on, trying to improve certain things. Whereas if another lawyer has to take over, there's penalties involved in things such as that. But anyway, look at the plans. Look at what you need to have done. Make you a bucket list of questions on what you might can upload, with the app, and download the app. It's in your Google and Apple Store. It's under Legal Shield. And look at those plans. And get back with me or click the link if you decide to enroll, or if you have any questions, let me know. But until then, just know this is what my mission is right now. And I thank you.